power. It is noteworthy that the percentage of women who register to vote and cast a ballot is consistently higher than the percentage of the men who do so. End of quote. Repeat the line. Women are not without electoral and or political, or maybe precise, not and or political power. That's another way of saying that you, the women of America, can determine the outcome of this issue. I don't think the court, or for that matter, the Republicans, have power.
If that ain't one of the funniest moments. If that ain't one of the funniest moments. This man literally said, end of quote, repeat the line. And then went on to say, well, let me be a little more precise. You should have been precise in reading the teleprompter correctly. That's what you should have been precise in. Oh, man. Oh, jeez Louise. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. That was just, probably the funniest moment out of the Biden presidency was that right there. The sitting president of the United States couldn't even read a teleprompter. The man said, end of quote, repeat the line. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. Ooh, man. Yeah, that was our president for 4 years. Oh boy. Wow. We got to talk about Joe Biden because Joe Biden is releasing a book. And Joe Biden recently said something that was quite revealing. Okay. And so the whole Biden gaffes situation has come back into the mainstream because Jill Biden has to make a couple of dollars, of course. And so, hey, let's talk about it, all right? But before we do that, let's take a little trip down memory lane of some Biden gaffes, shall we?
It's hard to tell, but he's clearly losing the war in Iraq. He's losing the war at home.
We note the progress made on the development of the Lobito Corridor and commend the visionary leadership that has brought this.
Playing.
He's playing?
Yeah. Playing.
Thank the Lord.
Playing.
And I want to thank you for, I said, Bishop, it's good to be home. And please.
1,000 child care workers child care working centers open, giving parents an opportunity to get back to work. Well, I'll tell you what, you want to come make a speech or shush up, okay?
Mr. President, what do you say to Vladimir Putin's threat of war?
You be quiet when I speak, okay?
That's what I said. Good idea?
That's what this group is about today. So I want to thank you all for being here. And now, who am I introducing next? Who's next?
Distinguished guests, the Prime Minister of the Republic of India
Has a role in our family. When somebody's birthday, you sing happy birthday. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Valen. Happy birthday to you.
Dear end of quote. Repeat the line. Okay, let me get serious. CNN and Abby Phillips brought up the situation with Jill Biden. And they were actually quite honest with it. Check it out.
A stunning admission from Jill Biden about her husband's debate performance. Take a listen.
Were you horrified as you saw it unfold?
I wasn't horrified, I was frightened because I had never, ever seen Joe like that before or since. Never.
Or since?
Yes, or
You've
since.
never seen him like
never.
that?
No.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. I mean, as I watched it, I thought, oh my God, he's having a stroke. And it scared me to death.
That interview comes just weeks before the release.
Absolute lie. She said she's never seen him like that before, or hasn't seen him like that since. Do y'all really think that's true? I don't. This is the same lady, and I want to throw this up on the screen because I don't know if y'all remember this, but I remember watching this the day that it happened and thinking to myself, why would she say that? Like, you just made Joe Biden look even worse, which I already knew he was cooked, okay? So you're not going to convince me, but like, you're convincing other people that he's absolutely cooked because of what you're doing. You're talking to this man as if he's like your child or something. Check out this clip.
Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the facts. And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do? Lie! Yes. So, Joe, I'm going to hand it over to you because we have such a great group of supporters here. So thank you all for coming.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Joe, you did such a great job knowing all the facts and telling the truth. And what did Trump do? Lie! Yo! You just made him look even worse. But yeah, coming from that lady, I don't believe that she's never seen him like that before, and most certainly I don't believe that she hasn't seen that since. Okay? Well, let's carry on.
Except the former First Lady's new memoir, and it's the first time that we've heard her express any concern about that debate that ultimately ended Joe Biden's 2024 campaign. But that stands in stark contrast to what Joe Biden had to say just moments after the debate.
Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the facts. And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do? Lie!
Even Joe Biden seems a little amused by that clip. Jamel, okay, your instant reaction to the Joe Biden overall.
You know, we talked about this a little bit in the last segment. When you lie to people right to their face, they have a tendency to not trust you. Mm-hmm. And, you know, a lot of people knew something was wrong with Joe Biden. I went to a dinner in Detroit, an AACP dinner. He was the guest speaker. His speech was great, but seeing him just make the walk to the stage, I was concerned. I was like, hey, this dude doesn't look right. But I would say that, especially now, as we're looking at a president who often showcases that he is unwell, that we need to apply those same questions that a lot of people had then. People had the right to wonder about Joe Biden's health after seeing that debate, and those questions were fair and they were legitimate. I think the problem is that...
And this is one of the reasons why Democrats won't win. It's always a whataboutism contest. Whenever you criticize them, oh, well, what about Trump? Oh, well, what about Trump? Oh, well, what about Trump? Trump isn't who we're talking about. And honestly, Trump isn't who you should be focusing on. You should be focused on the voters. You should be focused on good policy. But instead, the entire Democrat Party is focused on one man, which, hey, cool, because it's going to cause them to continue to lose. And actually, I believe it came out in their, whatever you want to call it, their autopsy report, whatever, from 2024 on why they lost, the DNC report. I believe one of the things that was in that report, if I remember correctly, was that they needed to stop focusing so much on Donald Trump, and yet you still see Democrats, Trump, 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 Trump. Like they can't help themselves. They literally can't help themselves. Okay? And I'm not mad at it. I am a little annoyed because it's just like, bro, shut up. You know? But also at the same time, I'm like, keep it going. Because it means that we're going to continue to win. The fact that you keep focusing on this one man, which he's only going to be in office another 2 years. So once he's gone, then what? You're going to still say Trump? But also, if you're focused on him, you're not focused on good policy and you're not really focused on the voters. You just focus on Trump, which is what partially caused you to lose in 2024. And it's going to keep causing you to lose until you figure it out. But yeah, I just had to say that. The whataboutism is annoying, but keep it going, I guess.
Now those same questions aren't being asked, even though we're seeing things that are just as concerning, if not worse.
Peter, is that fair?
Why the hell are they talking about this again? Why are you coming out with it? It's the same with Karine Jean-Pierre. It's like, do you want to relitigate this? Do you think?
She's got a book to sell.
But like, your book's not going to sell well, right? You need a political campaign to be buying up advance copies to give to donors that you're spending $20 on, and the material costs are $5, right? Like, that's what I do not get.
I mean,
you're not going to win in the full
appreciate-
sweep of history.
I appreciate that we now get to see at least some version of a truth that she's putting out there, because I think, yeah, the conversation should be had about the deceptiveness
I think
that was behind this. Like, that's the conversation that I think ought to be had. The autopsy that the Democrats didn't delve into that, and but it should.
Yeah.
What kind of political system covers that up and makes it okay to lie to people about what everybody knows is true?
Well, what I'm concerned about, the thing I'm wondering is what the next question in that interview is, because it ought to be, so why did you lie at the time? And I'm not certain that that's what's going to be asked. If I could wager about this on Polymarket, I probably wouldn't bet in favor of that question being asked, which I think is an indictment of our industry, the people who are asking these questions. I actually think there's a heck of a lot of critical inquiry about the Trump administration.
There should be a lot more of criticism on mainstream media, 100%. Because time and time again, mainstream media fails to do their job. And one of their jobs should have been in when Karine Jean-Pierre released her book, and then when Jake Tapper released his, why were you lying? And when they tried to push back and say, well, I didn't know. No, we know that you were lying. Everybody could see it. It was clear as day. Don't tell me, that nonsense. Why were you lying? But mainstream media refuses to do that. And so, hey, people like me exist then. If mainstream media is going to continue to pump out nonsense, more people like myself are going to keep popping up until eventually mainstream media no longer exists. And so, hey, have it your way, I guess, mainstream media. You're already on your way out, and continuing to not ask tough questions is just going to push you even further out the door. So go ahead.
Today amongst the media elite. I actually think there's a heck of a lot of critical inquiry about the Trump administration today amongst the media elites. The challenge, however, apart from Alex Thompson and Jake Tapper, as they document in their book, there weren't a lot of people asking those sober questions early on about Joe Biden, which is why we did.
I have to say, the beginning, the Wall Street Journal wrote a story about Joe Biden's health that was attacked relentlessly by the Biden White House. That was before the book. That was before all of this postpartum stuff.
Why did they lie? They all lied, including Karine Jean-Pierre. I remember watching her get up there and say, I have trouble keeping up with Joe Biden. And it's like, stop it. I remember hearing them say, what was it? It was like the hardest part when meeting with Joe Biden is preparing for the meeting because he's so detail oriented. It's like, bro, who are you fooling? Like, who are you feeding this load of crap? Because I ain't eating it, okay? What? Joe Biden is detail oriented. Meeting with him is difficult. You have trouble keeping up with Joe Biden. Okay. All right. Anyway. But yeah. Now they're coming out and saying, or I should say admitting, because Joe Biden has to sell a book, of course, and that's the only time they tell the truth, when they're trying to make some money. Jake Tapper, Karine Jean-Pierre, when they were ready to sell their books, they came out and were telling the truth all of a sudden, but couldn't tell the truth. Jeez Louise, I got the hiccups. But couldn't tell the truth before. Goodness gracious. Sick of Democrats, man. Sick of them. And sick of these hiccups. Y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on your opinion. My apologies, y'all. I'm out. All right, I'm out.